Hey there, Flo here with another adventure. I'm glad I actually came here. I almost walked back to the car from that first cinder pit earlier, and then I decided to look at my map and realized, oh, there's a second cinder pit. I knew that, but I forgot. So I'm gonna go there, and it looks maybe cooler than the first one, or at least as cool. So I'm recording again with just my cell phone and gimbal, because my 360 is inoperable right now. But it should be pretty cool. The cool thing is, I know nobody cares about tech stuff, but I figured out I have a cord to charge my gimbal, and then I have another cord that goes from my gimbal to my phone. So I'm charging both at the same time, which is cool. I've done that like in the ancient past, but I've never done it with this gimbal. It was my old one. I don't even know if this will work, but it should. So that's where we're headed, up front. Up ahead, not sure which camera is best. Looks like I can switch while recording, that's nice. This is my main camera, so it should be the highest quality. But I had it on the ultra wide because that's the closest I can get to 360, which is what I'd like to be recording. So I can't say for sure, but my hunch is that people actually drive to this place, as opposed to the last one that there is really no way to get there by car. Okay, let me do the wide angle now. Whereas these roads look very drivable and there's far more sign of activity. Oh, I know where this is. I completely forgot. I've been here before. Okay. So this begins a massively epic adventure. And I don't know if I'm going to do that whole thing today because it is a big hike. I don't know how I didn't recognize where I was. Interesting. Okay. So in the past, years ago, I actually hiked straight up this ridge up there and across there, and this is actually a very large butte with several large craters and ridges to follow. It's this big volcanic thing. I wasn't necessarily planning to do that right now. I could. I have about 2.5 to 3 hours of sunlight. Anyway, so I did go up there before, but I never actually finished the full adventure because it's a big thing to explore, and I ran out of sunlight when I was here, which would probably happen to me again today if I tried. Shoot, what should I do? But yeah, you can totally drive here. I completely didn't recognize it on the map, but I have been here before. Debating on what to do. I was just going to come up here and explore the second cinder pit, not realizing that it's the place I'd been before, and it's this huge, long hike. And I want to explore that sometime, and it was actually kind of my destination for today, ironically. I guess I'll just start. I'll just see. I'll just start going up there and seeing what happens. It's a huge parking area, though. Like, got this huge parking lot. Like, it's like almost like it's made to be an attraction. It's weird. I don't think there was anybody here when I came here the first time. There's nobody here today, so it can't be hugely popular because it is a Saturday. If it's considered that interesting, I would imagine there'd be somebody here. I think the only purpose I can see people coming here for is to shoot their guns at those targets and stuff. I don't think most people would do what I do, like actually explore it. Surprisingly few people do what I do. As a general Oh, this is weird. Looks like they burned some stuff up here. But yeah, as a general ratio of the population, I'm sure there's people that do what I do and maybe even more adventurous, but they're like 1 in 1,000 at best. I'm just estimating, but I don't think very many people climb up these random volcanoes. I've pretty much never seen one person on almost any of my adventures. The only ones that I have ever seen any sign of recent human activity is ones that are named on the map and everybody knows about, and there's often an actual established trail with signs and everything. But these places where I go, where there's nobody really knows unless they live in the area, and they're like me, where they look at the contour map and LiDAR map and satellite and hunt out destinations, which I think that kind of person is pretty rare. So I remember last time I went up this little yellow ridge right there, straight up that way. Right now, what I'm looking at is kind of this opening that cuts across through those trees and up that way. I do like to not always follow the same route if I've been a place more than once. So I think I might, since I'm actually seeing that as a pretty feasible route, I think I might take that path today. I think it will actually be maybe easier than the way I went last time. The last time I went up that yellow ridge to the right, it was very crumbly stuff, and I ended up, after I made it up to that ridge, I went across there, which was very scenic and cool. Actually, now that I'm thinking of that, I don't remember if I did a speed test up there, but I have this distinct feeling that I remember either I did a speed test or I had the feeling that there would be a signal up there. So maybe I'm kind of rethinking this, because I wouldn't mind doing a live stream if there is a signal, because I have everything set up for that if I want to. Yeah, so I'm going to rethink. Oh, there's a bunch of rebar and cords here. It's weird. So my 360 is out of commission. So I've been switching, just as of today, to using my gimbal and phone to record my adventures, which is cool in a sense that I don't have to do any editing. I can just upload the file as is when I get home. So that's one benefit of doing it this way. And maybe my viewers would like that. I don't really have any viewers, but I don't know. I'll keep this recording going until I get up to that ridge, and if I get the sense that there's a signal, I'll do a test with my second phone, and maybe I'll try to do a live stream up there. Otherwise, I'll just make it a recorded adventure that I upload later. I actually do like the fact that, I hadn't really thought of that too much before, but I don't have to do any editing at all. That's quite attractive. Just chop the ends and fronts off and maybe check the exposure and lighting and color and all that, and possibly do some adjustments, but probably not. I'll probably just upload it straight as it is, right off my phone. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go up this way. I think this is one of the first areas where I found the purple and blue shiny iridescent lava rocks. Not seeing any yet, but I think, if I remember right, once I get up to this ridge is where I saw them last time. I already miss my 360 camera, but in some weird way, it's kind of a relief. Not really. I'll probably try to see if I can get it working somehow, but sometimes when gear breaks, it's like you're almost relieved because you're like, well, I don't have to do all that editing and work anymore. And then second of all, it gives you an excuse to buy a new camera or whatever. But in this case, I don't have money for any cameras at all, so basically I'm dead in the water for quite a while until I get some money again. Change the angle, there we go. This should look pretty good though. I haven't really, well, I'm only recording in 1080p. I could actually do 4K, but I don't know. Maybe I should. Nah, I'm just gonna leave it 1080. But since I'm uploading to YouTube, I could certainly take advantage of the full resolution. Technically, I can record at 8K, but that's pointless. YouTube doesn't even support 8K anymore. They used to, but then they got rid of it. I can't say that for sure, actually. What I do know is they used to support resolutions higher than 4K for 360 videos. And I know for a fact they got rid of that, but maybe for flat 16:9 or whatever, they might still do more than 4K, I'm not sure. I feel like at a certain point the resolution is kind of irrelevant. Okay, so I could go up to that ridge, or I could cut over on this ridge. I think I'm going to go to my right because otherwise I will be skipping a big chunk of the ridge, and I want to show what it looks like and also check for signal. It's a cool rock, like two-toned. Now there's where I came up from, right down there. Again, I have the dead cat from my Sony sound recorder over the bottom of my phone, so feeling a little breeze now that would normally cause the wind noise on the phone, but we'll see how this does. If it works, this would be the easiest way to do sound. I still like the idea of doing wireless sound, so I can be farther away from the camera because it doesn't pick up well unless you're right by the camera. Speaking of which, I didn't check any sound settings. I don't know what kind of options there are on my phone. Hopefully it's acceptable. Plus I just remembered, well, I don't think I'll need to do much video editing. Just upload these as they are. The sound, I might want to adjust the levels in post. Ow, that hurt. Okay, yeah. Crazy. I actually came straight up this ridge the first time I was here, right down from down there. Pretty steep. That was a lot easier the way I just came, but maybe not as interesting. So here's where I feel like there's potential to be a decent cell signal. So I'm going to check real quick. And if my suspicions are right, I might do a live stream. I don't know. Upload speed is amazing. I mean, download, sorry. It always is. And, yep, I have a fantastic signal. I don't know if you can see that, but got 80 down and 15 up, so well enough to do a live stream. So yeah, I think I'll sadly cut this video short, but got to see a cool part, maybe the best part of this area, except for the huge adventure that awaits if I decide to go further. Let's just go up here and then transition to a live stream, because I've been itching to do more IRL streams, especially once I get that new microphone. It'll really open it up with possibilities, theoretically. So I'll just come up here, maybe pan around, get some establishing shots, and then see if I can do a live stream. This would actually be an epic place to just sit and do a stationary stream. It's amazing. Oh, it's an awesome location. So yeah, last time I was here, I just continued following this ridge up into the trees and then up to kind of, I don't know if that's the summit or not, but followed up through there and explored about half of the butte, but I ran out of time, so I think I went up there and turned right over there somewhere. I didn't ever explore the left side of the crater, and it looked pretty cool from what I could see. So someday, whether it's today or not, I don't know, I'd like to explore all that. But I'm kind of feeling like maybe I won't go all the way around today, because I don't exactly have massive time, just like what happened last time I was here. So, but I might just sit here and do a live stream for a while, see if anybody joins me. But even if they don't, just enjoy the time I have up here. It's a cool little, I don't know the geological terms very well, but like when there's a hole inside of something, I don't think that automatically makes it a geode, but a geode is like a spherical rock, I think, with a cavity inside. But this is kind of cool. Got a lava thing with a sizable hole inside of it. Anyway, I think I will head out, start a live stream. I can see some smoke from some kind of wildfire somewhere. It's not too terrible. But yeah, thanks for joining me. This should be a pretty cool video, really. It's kind of short and sweet and to the point. And yeah, I might do more of these flat 16:9 take a peek videos, because my 360 camera is out of commission, at least for the foreseeable future. I might try to repair it, see if I can get it working, but if not, this will be the way of the future for now. I will see you next time.